Today I want to show you how I made my ABC letter blocks for a preschool grad setup that I have coming up soon. I made them using some cardstock and my Cricut Maker 3. And here you can see I just have my basic shapes planned out in Cricut Design Space. I'm getting the machine ready for my cuts. We're going to move our square into the middle of the paper, so we just have to use our outlines. I love my Cricut. I use it for absolutely everything. We'll get it all turned on and calibrated. Now, because this is for a preschool grad, I want to use my primary colors. We're going to go with red first and just make sure it's all lined up, nice and flat. Load it into the machine. Get it all measured out so it can get ready for our cut. This is just our border layer. So we're only going to need the outside of the cut paper, and we're going to set aside that middle section to do our letter on after. My mat is getting pretty old, so I like to stick a little bit of masking tape on each corner of my paper just to make sure it isn't going to shift around in the machine and get jammed. And there we have our border. Now we're going to take that square we put aside and line it up in the top corner, because this is what we're going to use to cut out our letter for the middle of our block. Again, we're going to have a couple more pieces of masking tape, set it in the machine, get it ready for our cut. Please like and subscribe if you're liking the video so far. It really helps my channel out, being a new creator. I'm still learning my way around all of this. So I just thank you for being here on this journey with me. Now that our cut is done, we're going to take all the pieces that we don't need, set aside our little A, and get it ready for assembly. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my blue, which is going to be our letter B. Put my masking tape in the corners so it's not going to shift around in the machine. Get the border cut out, set that little square in the inside to the side, because that's what our letter B is going to be cut out of. Set our border aside, get that little square in that top corner, press it down. As I'm doing, I like to tape it down. Let the Cricut do the work. It's my favorite part. And then once it's all done, you're going to take off all the pieces you don't need. And place your B off to the side. I like to be very careful with this part because I don't like to bend anything by accident. But when your pieces are cut a little bigger, it's not that much of a problem. And we're going to repeat the process for our color yellow, which is going to be the letter C. Get that border. Place the inside square off to the side, and just be careful not to bend anything. Make sure everything is stuck down to your mat. You don't get any jams in the machine. Then again, peel off your tape, peel off your paper, and set your C off to the side. Now I have my white cardstock 12 by 12. I'm going to use these adhesive pop dot pieces. Bring in your letters and your borders. I like to use those foam adhesive dots because they raise up your borders and your numbers a little bit, so they get that 3D effect. Just placing them on each corner and one in the middle to give it a little bit of support. Flip it around and line it up with your white cardstock. Then you're going to place your C in the middle. Make sure you flip it around. You don't want to put it on backwards. I'm just fitting my adhesive dots to fit the shape. I'm going to take all the backings off and then flip it over and line it up in your middle. And there you go. You're going to pat it down, make sure everything is nice and stuck. And you're going to repeat the process for your next 2 colors, or for however many you wanted to have cut out. I found on the last one my adhesive dots didn't give enough support, so the corners were looking kind of bowing. So I'm putting a little extra on. I don't care if it's a little overkill. I just want to have that border look like it's 3-dimensional and coming off of that paper. Now it's time to line up that bead. Make sure you're sticking your adhesive dots on the opposite side. So you want your bead to be backwards. If you do end up giving this a try, please tag me. I would love to see how your guys has turned out, how you're using them. Then you're going to flip it over, line it up in the center. And there you go. Repeat the process for your last block, which is my A. Just take your time with this, make sure your edges line up. I wanted to do the 12 by 12 to make it as easy as possible so that I didn't have to go in and recut the white. I wanted to just make it super easy and simple. Plus I needed them a little bit bigger for the backdrop that they are going to be a part of. And then there we have it. We have all 3 of our colors. Thank you so much for following along. Please like and subscribe. There will be more videos coming out soon. Look forward to putting out some more ideas and growing my channel a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.